Hello friends, welcome back to Cosmopolitan Cornbread. So as you can see, I'm out here in the greenhouse and I decided it's time to start some peppers. Now, I generally start my peppers later than I start everything else. And this year I had just gone ahead and bought a few starts that I put in my garden. Then I lost them all. If you missed that, you can go back and watch the whole saga. I've got two videos where I explain what happened and what I'm doing about it. I will link them in the video description down below. But since it's still only May, this is nowhere near too late to start peppers, especially because I generally start them later than everything else anyways. And so I decided to go ahead and start some. And I've got all sorts of pepper seeds. So I thought I would bring you out here and I would go through the pepper seeds that I have here and decide which ones I want to start. Alright, so I have these right here. Now this is one of my favorite little peppers. These are the Chinese 5 color. As they grow, they will develop into 5 different colors based upon, how ripe they are. And they're a little bit spicy. They're kind of like a jalapeno, not crazy spicy, but they've got a little bit of a kick to them. And they are prolific growers. You'll get tons and tons of little bitty peppers, and they're pretty. You can grow these even if you just want them decorative. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure there's something like this you'll see as a decorative pepper. Very cheerful in your garden. Of course, we've got some bell peppers. Lipstick peppers. When I grew these last, they're a lot like a bell pepper. They really taste almost identical. They grew really, really well. I had tons of peppers, so this is another good one. We've got the Italian pepperoncini. I've got Myra peppers. Now, when I grew these weren't too bad, but I just really didn't get a lot out of them, and so I wasn't, these weren't really something I had planned on growing really in the future. California Wonder, another bell pepper. Lycia peppers. Lycia peppers, I'm trying to remember. Now this one was a low germination rate. Only 41%, and that was back in 2019 when I originally ordered this packet. So they probably got a lower germination now. But again, these were very similar to a bell pepper. They look different than a bell, but similar, thick-walled, not spicy. We've got the Cubanelles. I've got a couple of those. More bell peppers. I've got the lilac bell pepper. We've got the Nada-pino, which is a jalapeno that is not spicy. All right, now this is the Datil, I think that's how you say that, pepper. Blazing hot is what it says. These were a free packet that came from Baker Creek. I have not grown these before. I am not a spicy pepper person, but Mr. Smith is. Of course, we've got the classic cayenne pepper, Tabasco peppers. These grow like crazy. Oh my goodness. When I grew these last, tons and tons of peppers. Tam jalapeno. I think this is so far my favorite jalapeno to grow. Nice big jalapenos, great for stuffing, to make stuffed jalapenos, and lots of them. I've got some more. Let's see, some more cayenne. Here is some more of the Chinese 5 color. There you can see the color variation a little bit better. I actually have a photo where I was dehydrating some of these. I'll see if I can find that, and if I can, I'll stick it in the corner right here. We've got the Lushauer paprika pepper. We have the Alma paprika pepper. The jigsaw pepper is another really cool little pepper. About the same as a jalapeno when it comes to the heat, so not crazy hot, but a little bit hot. But what is really neat about these is the color of the leaves. They're variegated, so the leaves themselves are green, white, and purple. These are beautiful peppers. Buena mulata pepper are basically like a cayenne pepper, but they start off as purple, and they'll gradually go from purple to a pinkish color, then orange, brown, and then red. So if you want something a little unusual, but basically a cayenne pepper, these are a great option. All right, I've got another packet of cayenne peppers. Brazilian starfish. Now this was a really fun pepper that I grew a couple years ago. Now heat-wise, it can vary a little bit, but these are just gorgeous little peppers. I would describe them somewhere between a jalapeno and a cayenne. So somewhere in there, but really cool peppers. Some more paprika, more pepperoncinis, and more California Wonders. Let's see. Oh, the Sugar Rush Peach pepper. What one was this? This is a hot pepper. I forget what this was similar to. A little bit of heat, but not crazy heat. I think Mr. Smith actually tried this one on video one time. All right, so now I just need to figure out which ones I want to start. So I filled up my cell tray here, but I didn't fill the whole thing because I'm not going to need the whole thing. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, basically 7 rows. So I think I'll just start 7 different kinds of peppers. Let's see. Now, of course, we're going to need some bell peppers. So let me grab a packet of bells. What year are these? This is 2019. But they should still be good. At least, mostly. So I'll go ahead and I'll put 2 of these in every cell. I can always separate them later if they somehow manage to all germinate. 1, 2, but I'll set them, you know, I'll put them like a centimeter apart or so. And we need to label the row. So let me pull out my labels. California Wonder Bells. California Wonder Bells. Right there. Next, I think I'll go ahead and do, let's do the Tams jalapeno. I can get it open. What is the date on this one? This one's 2020. And we'll do the same thing. We'll do 2 in each cell. You can hear the goats getting vocal. It's just about chore time. Label that one. I think we'll do some cayenne peppers. Alright, and I'm just going to continue to do 2 seeds per cell. we'll do, all right, we got cayenne peppers. We don't need those. We got some bells. We don't need those. Let's do some of the, I think we'll do some of the Brazilian starfish. Ooh, I've only got a couple of those seeds. All right, let's put you up here. Hopefully, I actually hope these all germinate because it looks like I've only got, oh, there's another one. 5. I only have 5 of these seeds. So, let's put starfish. And that's these 3. And then I'll just put something else in those 3 back there. Actually, that cell back there needs a little more dirt. Okay. All right, Brazilian starfish. We'll do a couple of those colorful jigsaw ones. And next we'll do, let's see, I haven't done the lipstick peppers in a while, so I think I'll do the lipstick peppers. Well, I mean, who are we kidding? We haven't done any of these in a while. I took a year off of gardening, then we were moving, so I haven't really done this in almost 3 years. All right, lipstick. Now, as I recall, these were very much like a bell pepper. I mean, I used them interchangeably in my bell pepper recipes. They're a little bit smaller than a bell pepper, but when I grew these last, I got a lot more of them than I did the typical bell pepper plant. So it kind of balanced out. One more. You know what? I think we'll do some of the buena mulatas. All right, I've got one left. Yeah, these Myra peppers, I remember I was just completely unimpressed with these. So I don't know that I'll ever grow those again. You know what? I think we'll do the Chinese 5-color. Because I love these peppers. They're just beautiful. Beautiful to grow. So we'll do some of these. There we go. One more label. So these are my plant labels that I like to use. This little box comes with 1,000 of them, and it comes with the markers, like rainproof markers and all of that. Super handy, very inexpensive. Got them off of Amazon, of course. But there's so many in that box. That box will last you a good long time. Alrighty, so let me put all of these away. All except the ones that I opened. I need to tape those ones right here. We'll have to tape these ones back shut. So I'm just going to take a little bit more of my starter mix here and just kind of sprinkle it over the seeds and cover them up. Just a little bit. They're little seeds. They don't need a lot to cover them. All right, now it's actually still getting pretty cool at night, and it's nice and warm during the day. So because these are peppers and peppers love heat, I'm going to go ahead and put them on my seed warming mat, my germination mat. It makes them nice and warm so that they germinate well. I start most of my seeds that way. The ones that I start in at least the ones that I start ahead of time, such as my tomatoes and my peppers. I did that with my flowers this year, and everything germinates very, very well. Did that with the cucumbers and all of that. So those mats come in really handy for things that need to be warm to germinate, and peppers and tomatoes are definitely some of those things. Oh crud, I think I just moved a pepper seed. Now my mixture here, I already moistened it, so I don't need to worry about watering it right now. We'll just give it a little spritz of water tomorrow. Now you only use the germination mat until your seeds have germinated, and once you've got sprouts, you turn it off, you don't use it anymore. However, I will say that this year we did have a couple really late hard freezes, and being in here in the greenhouse, it was going to get kind of cold, and I didn't want my seedlings to freeze or anything like that. And so the warming mat came in kind of handy because I went ahead, I set it underneath my little baby plants, and I turned it on at night. And then I didn't have to worry about my plants freezing. But then during the day when it warmed up, I unplugged it, because the thing about the warming mat is, yes, it helps your seeds to germinate, but if you leave your seedlings on there for too long, it can dry your seedling soil out really quickly. So you have to be very, very careful. But they're super handy. I have a couple of them. And when it comes to starting seeds that like heat, they are definitely worth the money. I think it cost somewhere around $19–20 or something like that. It might have been less. I've had them for several years. As a matter of fact, I bought them, I think, my first year on the homestead. So I've started lots of seeds with them. But that is it for today, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me here in the greenhouse and starting some pepper seeds. There's lots of things happening in the garden. I'm just really looking forward to getting back out there. But now I need to put my seeds away and go do chores.